And it says we're live.
Yeah, lies. Okay. To start out with, I am still in the cooler. As always, keeping the heat on has become very, very important for those of us in the blanket fort. So if you'd like to keep the heat running, please donate here.
Sit and stay.
King Harv's Coffee. If you get the geisha, their geisha blend is fantastic. If you order from them, let me know you heard about it here. Maybe they'll send us some more. Damn, it's cold.
Yeah, no shit. And I found the missing package of cookies. I had done such a good job of hiding them, I hid them from myself.
Black currant Garibaldi. Yeah, I love these things.
Yeah.
I grew up on those things.
So we have munchies.
Or do you got a lot of messages over the weekend for a bunch of what?
I don't know. No, all the blankets got sold, Dan. Oh, Ben, everybody else, welcome. Yeah, they need milk, except I don't drink milk. So I'll stick with coffee with mine.
Oh, I got on the outside of a lot of coffee this morning.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh,
Pot before I even untangled myself out of the bed this morning.
I think Rita's got my whoopee actually.
You're holding out on us again, Jonna.
There are blankets.
Where? I'm sure she's got them stuffed somewhere.
She's probably sitting in a pile of them right now.
Hanging from all the walls.
In the fine tradition of guys not looking around them, directly across from you are like 3 blankets.
Oh, the drug blankets.
The expression when she walked up.
Oh, the drug blankets. Okay.
If looks could kill, there would be 3 cinders sitting here right now. I do have to give a shout out to my readers. I put up another snippet this morning, and there were already 10 comments about what I'd screwed up. Actually, and 4 emails so far. But this is why I appreciate my readers. Because
Editing.
oh, well, not so much that as, hey, dummy, you screwed this up.
Editing.
Yeah.
I looked at Google Earth. There isn't a dumpster right there.
No, there was. And he sent me a picture of it to prove it.
Of course he did.
But somebody actually had gone back and done the math on the explosives that I calculated.
I thought I calculated. Was that the one I calculated?
No,
Okay.
this is a different one.
Different one. All right.
And we have a discussion about that because the blast radius, if you work the formula out, comes out to 17,000 yards.
How much kaboomite are you using?
A lot.
0.1 gram of antimatter,
Oh, I
No,
don't.
that'll be big. Yeah.
I don't.
which
do
is
antimatter.
4.3 tons of TNT equivalent.
3 tons. No, that can't be right.
Yeah, it is.
It's got to be bigger than that.
No,
Yeah, I was thinking
I
bigger.
did the fucking math. It's 4.3 tons.
Sure, you haven't. About 43 tons.
No,
Okay.
4.3.
I see. Antimatter
I
is not
did
my
the math. But that's in air.
thing. Okay.
If you do it in space, your blast radius is 1/3 of that
Mhm.
because you don't have the air effect.
Right. You don't have molecules transmitting force.
So, anyway, and also, once again, the classic, I knew what I was writing. The readers read it, what the hell?
That happens.
So I have to go back and do some more explaining.
It's on the page. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It was in my head, and I thought I put it on the page, but I didn't.
Yeah, exactly. So, but but it really is appreciated because this is what makes me a better writer. Yeah, Dan, I am not going to use 10 pages to describe a millisecond of the explosive process. No. I will let the
Aw.
reader do that in their head if they really want to go down that rabbit hole. Yes, exactly, Rick. It's still a big enough kaboom to vaporize the ship and the attackers.
Mhm.
And that's what I was going for. Where's
Hey, Jen's here. For those of you that haven't been following, Jennifer Hast, we call her Jen, is in the chat. Jen's having some issues, and y'all have done fantastic in helping her out with
Yes.
those. I'd like to throw out a big thank you for everybody helping Jen right now.
Yeah.
It's very much appreciated.
and she got good news today. The lymph
did.
nodes came back negative.
She did.
So no cancer in the lymph nodes. No, Kermit, I'm not going to do a Dave Weber either. And it wouldn't be an earth-shattering kaboom, Makaido. It would be a in-space kaboom. The hell?
Tex Dot has parked a
Salt truck?
salt truck right outside the door. Kind of worried.
I've never seen a salt truck labeled brine.
Yeah,
It's liquid
that's what
salt.
it is.
I got it. I'm used to salt trucks spreading the rock salt.
Yeah,
Ship be
basically.
gone.
Yeah, Jesse, you're right. Ship be gone. Yep. Yeah, it's
I wonder if they're-
Sarah, really?
I wonder if they're going in for burgers, 'cause I don't think the burger joint's open.
It's not.
Well,
Either that or they're after pizza, which I would go somewhere other than the next door pizza place.
I do not have my CCW back yet, my LTC. I actually sent them an email, very polite, what the fuck? And 6:43. And they've never replied to me. So I'm guessing it's on the way.
Yeah, officially on the countdown of the cancer eviction. Yes. And Peter came
Outstanding.
through his surgery fine yesterday morning, and apparently blew the doctor and nurse's minds when he went, "No, I'm not taking a general. Just give me a local."
Mm.
And they went, but no, give me a local. Yes, they're always playing games. Yes.
Yeah, they are. Well, I don't think DPS is, but somebody told me, I don't know this for certain, that when DPS receives a notice of acquittal or dismissal, they check with the agency.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, RK, that's very much Peter.
If you've ever had a TS clearance or higher, you've done some pretty excruciating stuff under local anesthesia,
Amen to that. Been there, done that.
because you
Not
can't,
fun.
because especially if you have access to secure compartment information, you can't go under general because you might talk.
Well, you can if,
There's somebody in the room with an equivalent or higher.
yes,
Clearance.
there is somebody there with an equivalent or higher clearance and all the friggin' paperwork if you do say something, because then everybody else has to sign the pink sheet.
Oh, look, I was in the middle of a tonsillectomy and got read in.
Yeah, Tom, you've been on the other side of it. It's even more fun when they give you a spinal and you're sitting there freezing your ass off, literally, because everything is bare. And I got bored, told the doc to tilt the mirror so I could watch too. I got three heads over the drape going, what? I'm bored. It's not the first time I've seen somebody's insides.
Pink sheet, Official Secrets Act.
Yeah.
End of
Not
the
so,
80s?
RK. I hate to tell you that.
If it was in the end of the 80s, I got a bone to pick with somebody.
Yeah, you and me both. Because my first surgery was in 1991. Oh, that had to be fun, Michael Red. If Alex came up, that must have been an interesting conversation.
The old tequila etch-a-sketch. Oh, so what are we talking about today that's not going to break me? Because I would like to thank the chat for getting the whole breaking Ian out of the way for the year.
Yeah. Well, RK, I know for a fact it was still a Navy requirement when I retired in 92. Army's always been a little different. Does the topic glow in the dark? Not yet. Oh, Jim and Yvonne Morris. Yeah, they're good folks.
I know better.
Yeah, John. If they mandated it in DC, nobody could get anything done. Had drag show at MarsCon with Kelly.
What?
Not going there.
What? Drag show at Mars with Kelly. Greg is doing a drag show with Kelly.
I don't know.
That's gonna be Facebook has put me in a cooler. Why should I go on Facebook? I can't do anything except get angry.
You have to be Lacey.
What?
So Kelly's gonna be Cagney. You get to be Lacey. I just love that look.
And there one is
It's
again.
in North Texas troublemakers when you can actually get out of the house gown and go look. Of course,
What are you
this
talking
last
about?
time we did this, you had to go look at Facebook. It was dangerous. But this one's not quite so scary. Well, I don't know. Kelly in a dress is a little scary, especially when, I mean, seriously, you should let me dress him. I can make him look a lot better. So,
Are you talking about the story he tells about the time
no, we're talking about the drag show at MarsCon.
there wasn't a drag show?
There's likely going to be.
The Ian is broken.
No, just go read about it. I mean, you haven't actually agreed to anything yet.
You're
on
right.
stage. And you're not drunk. So,
And there's a pair of
and
scissors
Kelly
we
is
can reach.
now backing away very quickly after taunting the Jana about drag shows. So, because I can totally make him look in a dress. So.
Kelly in a fright wig and pancake makeup.
No, Kelly in a 1920s cloche wrap coat with black feathers and a bright blue wig and heels. He'd look fabulous. I can make him look really good. So,
And Rick goes blink, blink.
okay, so at this point, I'll walk away now that we've done a tiny break again. So, you should talk about books or like the paperwork sitting on the table. So,
No, we won't talk about the paperwork sitting on the table.
What's the paperwork on the
I
table?
don't know.
That's all
File
your
for record,
stuff.
Mine?
apparently.
It's various things.
Oh, that's the bond.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
Why
the
do-
contract you never came and got back.
he wasn't going to screw me over, so
Yeah.
I would.
In the article.
Why do we have all this stuff here?
Because you wanted it.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I must have been okay. Cool.
Frank just MCI'd out. Yeah. Yeah. Don, that is correct. Kelly does that and tries to make an unreachable goal for him doing something, and people come flying into the parking lot waving money.
we drained that ATM in Secret Location, Colorado. There was an ATM. We drained it because this was Kilted to Kick Cancer. Is a very fine charity, although I don't know if it's still going on. And what they do is guys wear kilts for the month of September to pull awareness to male-specific cancers. And they raise money that gets donated to various male-specific cancer organizations. And one year, Kelly had said that if he won something, he was going to get his chest waxed.
Yeah.
Or something. His chest waxed. So
If his donations were higher than anybody else, he would get his chest waxed.
So he got his donations higher, and somebody who might have been maybe a sheet to the wind or so walked in and asked how much would it take for him to get his scrotum waxed. And Kelly gave out a number, and this person ran out into where the party was and announced this, and then had to duck the flying money. He raised the impossible digit in like 3.2 seconds.
Had to be the year I missed it too.
It was fun.
I think the best we ever did between me, Kelly,
Thanks to trauma. Yeah, because Farm Girl had a whole stuff out of the way.
let me see, it was me, Kelly, you 1 year, Jay Grazio, and I forget who else. There were 5 of us that were running simultaneous contest.
Jeff Rogers.
Jeff Brocious. And we raised somewhere around, I want to say $6,000 or $7,000.
Yeah, we did. And 1,500 of it was the night that
Yeah.
Kelly said Kelly was getting waxed.
Yeah. Uh,
That was the year that Rita was sitting out around the fire knitting a scrotum cozy.
yeah. Oh, yes.
I think we just broke Deej.
No, not broken, just astonished.
Yeah, it was Wallbanger, considering that Kelly still twitches about that. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
He gets a sympathetic fight or flight reaction if you wave a jar of wax under his nose.
yeah, that's right, Andy. You were one of the winners with Jay's raffles. We were actually, that's what got us started on the whole raffle thing.
Right.
We were raffling stuff off left and right.
Yeah, we were. We raised we got a heck of a lot. No, I'm not going there. We got a heck of a lot of money for
Killed and get grants, or yeah.
Is that thing still going on? I haven't worn it.
I don't know.
I haven't done it in several years.
Yeah. The
Speaking of MarsCon. Oh, speaking of MarsCon.
no, I'm not going.
I know you're not going, but crusty old bastard.
Thank you. May I have another?
Raconteur Press, we enjoyed MarsCon this year. This one we went to. It was a decent little con. We weren't
Notice he's now using the Imperial we.
damn Skippy. I can do that. I can do that. I have a press. We weren't going to go back. It just the cost benefit ratio, just wasn't up there. However, MarsCon went and got Larry Correa as their guest of honor for next year. For those of you who don't know, MarsCon is in Norfolk. Is that how y'all say Norfolk?
Norfolk.
Whatever, Virginia Tidewater area. And so they invited Larry Correa. And of course, the usual suspects started whinging. You call it whinging because their lips were moving and they were complaining, to quote the Hound. So we're going to go back at least one more time because we support our friend. But
yeah, Richard, it's the fucking tidy bowl is right.
But the Larry's fans are out in force to defend him, which is all well and good, and all honor to y'all for doing that. However, on the MarsCon page, please don't cuss them out. MarsCon is doing their best. The fact that they're not backing down is a testament. Yes, you engage the idiots, knock yourselves out, but keep it civilized. We don't want to give MarsCon an excuse to thump Larry off. All right. I've not been on Facebook, but I've heard from people who have been that everybody has girded up their loins and is kicking wholesale ass on the pearl clutchers.
Much like y'all did on FinCon. So.
Right. Get her done, but just be polite
Be
about
polite,
it.
yeah.
Be polite about it.
Follow the
Which will piss them off even more.
follow the Tao of Dalton.
Yeah.
Be nice until it's time not to be nice.
Yeah.
And there is no time not to be nice on the MarsCon Facebook page. It's
Yes.
it's always be nice.
Yeah.
And then we will show up. We will show up. We will have a good time like we always do. Let's do I really want to do a repeat of FinCon when they got all pearl clutchy and vapory over Larry. He showed up, was his usual jolly professional self. We showed up, had a good time, and we smashed their previous records in the teeth.
Yeah.
And sitting there afterwards, drinking a cocktail and listening to the whinging was so do the same thing, MarsCon. Have a good time. Be your normal jolly selves And then afterwards, we can sit in a bar when everybody's cleaning up and listen to the pearl clutchers whinge. And you have no idea what a fine experience that is.
Somebody might have to drive Larry and Bridget around like I did at FinCon. Oh, we only had 400 versus 900 of a previous record. Yeah. It was still a good attendance at FinCon.
It was a damn fine attendance. And from what the pearl clutchers were saying as I was sitting in the bar listening to them, was that we had smashed it was money raised.
Money raised.
Money raised. Yeah.
The pre-plague 900 was pre-plague. That's right.
Yeah, we smashed the money raised for charity.
Yeah.
That's what they were bitching
They
about.
didn't even want to allow Larry's game in the money raising. They were going to, you're going to love this. They were going to sell Larry's seats at Larry's table for $50 a piece.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Morons.
And we went, no, you put it up for auction and see what you get. And they got considerably more than $50
yeah.
a seat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Rick, $50. Yeah, Jen's. That was also the year Jen wore the cat suit, which I also missed.
Oh my God. Somewhere I got video of her in a cat suit. Well, her butt in a cat suit, shooting the 50. And that is a study in oscillation. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Now everybody will want to see the picture.
Darn right.
That one picture was video.
Well, the video.
Can't
Stills.
study oscillation from stills.
And Brian, of course. Where's the video?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
You're exactly right, Sir Brass. Excellent study in waveforms. Yeah, you can actually see the waveform front move. Mhm.
I'd have to watch it a few times just to be sure you've got the right one.
I was tracking various oscillations.
Yeah.
We tease Jen a lot, but
Oh.
let's remember that Jen is the one that refers to her killer rack.
Literally.
Yeah.
Sure, Tom. Innocent. Yeah. Jen Hast was wearing the cat suit. And it was apparently
She was
a
wearing it well.
form-fitting cat suit. The other Jen, yes. Although I'm sure the other Jen would have also worn it.
The number of video cameras when she got down behind that 50, the number of camera phones that showed up was awe-inspiring.
And Tom has been called out by Wallbanger.
Yeah, when she got down behind the 50, all the camera phones coming out was just awe-inspiring.
Camera phones seem to come out at odd times out there.
There wasn't anything odd about that. Hell, even Ray was going round.
All right.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Anyway, so where were we? Oh, yeah. MarsCon. Let's just go. There, no agenda. Just go have fun. That's the best way to piss these people off is just go have fun. While they sit there drinking their salty tears and sniveling on whatever the hell Grinder or whatever the hell social media they're on
Yeah, I don't know.
about how oppressed they're feeling. Just go have fun.
Yeah.
It drives them nuts. It drives them nuts to see people wandering around laughing and having a good time. It really does. I don't know why. I don't know why anybody would lose their minds of other people having a good time.
They're Karens. They don't like people having a good time. They like people being under their control.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a point. That's a point.
Oh, speaking of which, did you see the one with the golden hair floating around that meme? It's a
No.
golden-haired Karen. She'd complained to 10,000 managers.
Oh my.
I know what Grinder is. That's why I used it.
Pfizer boy. Oh God, yes. That that one has gone off the rails.
Pfizer boy.
Oh, you haven't seen that one?
I saw the Project Veritas video and the aftermath, which is even better than the video.
That's
Yes.
Grinder Boy.
Grinder boy. What's Grinder got to do with it?
That's where he got his date.
It was
Oh
a,
my God.
it was a date, you
Yeah.
remember.
Okay.
Hello,
My,
Ernest Ian.
my favorite meme, pardon the crudeness, was still from the video where he's being confronted and his look of shock. That feeling when you get fucked, you wanted to get fucked in the ass, but not like that.
Yeah. Yeah, he lost it.
Yeah, the video when he was basically unlawfully restraining, violating fire codes, and trying to become a speed bump.
Yeah.
Were just fantastic. It warmed the cockroaches in my heart.
It was a beautiful meltdown.
Oh, and John says it's been disappeared. He's been disappeared from social and professional media. And Google now turns up nothing about him.
Oh wow!
Oh, and they pulled the video from YouTube, but you can still find it on BitChute and Rumble.
Yeah.
You can't. I hate to tell YouTube this. You can't pull a video.
Yeah.
What if it's got enough? You can disappear it, but it doesn't actually disappear.
Yep.
Yeah.
You just make yourself irrelevant.
Well, the internet's forever. That's what people tend to forget. Although in 100 years, I wonder what people are going to say when they look at it reverse. So, the hell were these people on?
The one with the red hair was drunk.
Yeah, you're right, ALS. Can't stop the signal.
Yeah, and he might run a Geiger counter over any tea he decides to drink in the near future.
Yeah. Hey, Mona Lisa. Yeah, this white stuff on the ground be called ice.
Hey, little sister,
Snow.
stay indoors.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
It's not, but we're in Texas.
Yeah.
This is true.
For us, this is bad.
It's not us per se because we know how to drive in it.
It's all the others. Yeah.
It's the other idiots.
Yeah. I really don't like being cold.
Yeah.
You have no idea how bad my hands and hips are hurting right now.
Oh, mine turned blue. It's, I mean, once you've had frostbite, you're susceptible ever after.
Oh my God, little sister has a house full of humans. You poor thing.
House full of humans and the dogs going, ah, people.
people.
Yeah.
I know corgis. People.
Yeah. No plows, no sand, third year in a row. John, that sucks. Yeah, black ice in Europe is more fun. Yeah, for versions of fun, Richard. No, it's not fun. Yeah.
Oh, 47,000 for the month. I need to hit those numbers again.
Yeah. Oh, wow. 6,000 yesterday. I was happy to get 2,500.
Man, she got 47,000 for the month. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy, I'm jealous. Although I do have about 8,000.
Yeah.
On the
Well, Mona Lisa and Alan make us look bad
no kidding.
on a daily basis.
No kidding.
Not because they're a hell of a lot better looking than we are, but that's a side note because they both write faster than we do and better.
No kidding.
I mean, I've seen Alan put stuff up and it'd be one correction, maybe one.
I just wish I could write like Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
God, that woman can write.
Either one of them. Or Lynn.
Anyway, I was my work in progress that's taken over everything else. Speaking of little sister, I had written this short story for the Bible, for the Fuzzy Yeet Cow universe. And I had this uplifted Maine Coon assault pilot. And it's like, okay, Maine Coon, it's Mona Lisa. So I had written this scene just to show how the orbit to ground dynamics work.
Yeah.
And it turned into this techno thriller. So now I'm 8,000 words into a novel that I didn't intend to write, had no interest in writing, and I don't need to be writing right now because I'm supposed to be putting a Bible out, which is really concerning me.
And Mona Lisa goes, when do I get to read it? So you might as well ship it to her.
When it gets done. I'm having to change the damn thing because originally it was okay. It had to be Mona Lisa because for some reason the Grumman Fairchild SA-42 Vampires is the orbit to ground assault. So Vampire, of course, Mona Lisa. And then I had anybody seen the pictures of that Regal Maine Coon going around Facebook?
Yeah.
This thing's got a mane, and it's like, okay, so that's my fighter pilot, my assault pilot, Mona Lisa. And it was originally just a strafe and go. And then it turned into what? What?
Mona Lisa. Well,
Oh.
duh. Smile. And yes, the accent's coming out too.
And well, the thing is, it started putting itself together in my head, or on the paper, which is really great, but it won't stop. What was meant to be a simple 5,000 word story to illustrate orbit to ground warfare, I've gotten way too in depth on the technology of the 42 Vampire, the AI the pilot wears, the separate AI in the air or the spacecraft, methods of ejection, and how to screw it up, but in a flight of 8, screw up for 7 and have 1 survive, which I wasn't planning on having happen.
It wants to be written.
Yeah, no shit.
Don't fight it.
I've got other things to be. Chocolate's Belgian.
Chocolate, Belgian, rum.
Oh, I'm going to fill little sister full of White Russians in retaliation for this, because when Mona Lisa's drunk on White Russians, oh my God!
Especially when she and Rita.
Oh, no kidding! And if I can
And they get off at a corner,
and start giggling,
and all the rest of us are going, oh.
well, it's the way this had to work. And I'm getting off into story dynamics I shouldn't be getting off into, but when the pilots go to pilot school, they get a belt with an EEPROM or a read-only memory AI in it, and what the AI does is study the pilots. So in space warfare, they're wearing an AI that they've had for their entire career. They can anticipate what they want to do, and thus do it faster. This is a way to speed up reaction time without actually having to hardwire your pilots. And then there's a separate AI in the spacecraft taking care of everything else. So you got this AI that's basically knows the pilot and can anticipate what they're going to do and do it for them. So it speeds up reaction time. Well, Mona Lisa's AI is a little it's got some idiosyncrasies. Well, most of them do. Hers is worse than most. And the actual first line I wrote was, okay, uplifted Maine Coon. Has anybody in the comments had a Maine Coon before? Okay. Peter and Dorothy's. Yeah, well, Peter and Dorothy's. So I was watching their cat one day, and there was a bird outside. It started making this murr noise. Really, this murr, murr. It's like really odd. So I wrote, the very first scene I wrote was Commander Air Group Jim Curtis hearing this murr, murr coming over the all call. And he said, "Is that Warrant Officer Foster's AI?" Yeah, it's decided that that's important data to send. Yeah, tell it to shut up. Yeah, and so her nickname is Murr, MMRR. Mona Lisa Murr Foster is Warrant Officer 3. Mona Lisa Murr Foster is the only survivor of an 8-ship vampire flight. And then the book is building its way around having to find out how this cult managed to down 7 orbit to ground attack aircraft without shooting at them. So Yeah, and that's what the defining thing of this pilot that became Mona Lisa was she unconsciously does this pray and sight chatter, and everybody knows it, and they all laugh about it. And her AI, for some reason, thinks this is important information and triggers her radio when she starts doing it. It's and my brain, folks. Sorry, that's how it works.
Pray and sight chatter.
Yeah. And that's what she does. And that was the defining of this pilot. That's the defining of this pilot that eventually became Mona Lisa. And then there's an uplifted bison in intelligence. Tom, you might want to look somewhere else. That is working this angle from the other side. He has found, and this uplifted bison, they have found who they think is a worker in the drone factories who has included a subroutine so that when targeting drone scans looking for targets, it sees basically an advanced QR code, and that triggers it to upload data to the fighters, to the fighter AIs. That's why there's two separate AIs in each fighter. The fighter AIs that throws off all their coordinates by 100 meters. So basically, these tactically advanced, very proficient, very experienced pilots are flying into the ground. Well, he has found this worker, this technician, quality assurance technician in a drone factory, and they found him. They brought him in, and all these professionals are saying he's obviously a federal agent, highly trained. We won't get anything out of him. And this bison is going, no, I'll guarantee you that he walked over to the Pharaonic embassy and said, hey, if you'll pay me $50,000 a month, I'll give you whatever you want.
Yeah.
So he walks and bounces his head off the wall, and the guy tells him everything.
Little Bobby tables, yeah.
So he's
There's too many people on here that have been in the same world. Oh God.
No, he walks in, and it's uplifted bison, and just wham! I'll tell you everything, and he does. And so basically, the bison and the cat are working the problem from different, becoming on different angles.
And that meeting should be fun.
Oh yeah, remembering that the uplifted predators average at the short range of humans.
Yeah.
What is considered the short bell curve in height and weight for humans is mid bell curve for uplifted predators, and the opposite is true for the two. Thank you, Jim. Uplifted herbivore species. Their mid range is at the high end of. So you've got this bloody huge bison, this little bitty cat.
Bison has to have a partner that's a prairie dog.
No.
Thank you, Tom.
Prairie dogs are not uplifted.
Meerkat?
No, they're not uplifted either.
Uh,
The second herbivore, thanks to Jim here, are Highland coos.
Yeah.
And they are slightly smaller than the bison. But I've got
very tricky, however.
yeah, and there's a warrant officer sniper, Special Forces uplifted Highland cow. And the funny part is he's a sniper, but he's, he always lifts his hair fringe to talk to people.
Yeah.
Like, how the hell are you a sniper? You can't see anything. What?
Not stealing my character. That's
I
my
know.
character.
Nope. Yes, I uplifted emo yeet cows because of him. He wrote this really great female Highland cow sniper. And it's like, fuck, we got to change, because I was going to have just one uplifted herbivore.
Uh-huh.
And then he wrote the Highland cow. It's like, God damn, that's too good. That's too good. Fuck. All right, there's two.
Mine is a sniper named McTavish, who was uplifted by accident.
And now it's not an accident. It was a thing. The University of Aberdeen or University of Edinburgh got an
No.
uplifting program.
Oklahoma, when they were there on loan, and got swept up as part of the original uplift. And McTavish has a sense of humor.
Yeah, that's the uplifted bison are not known for sense of humor, but the uplifted Highland cows are.
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't know why.
They're Scottish. That's why.
And wears a kilt,
Like you do.
and his sniper rifle is a 20 millimeter.
I thought it was a she.
No, it's a he.
It's a he. Okay.
His sniper rifle is a 20 millimeter.
Well, yeah.
So he is kilted bison. Kilted cow, yes. So in one of in his introductory scene to the uplifted bison that he's going to be working with, he trips the chief master sergeant on a road march by sticking his rifle out of the ditch into the chief master sergeant's hooves as he's walking by. And then lays there and laughs. And that's when they figure out that they've had a sniper watching them the whole time.
So, okay. Basically, we've got two. And I'm getting off into the weeds here, and I really don't need to. But in order to uplift any, they have to be omnivorous. There's not enough
Kilted,
There's not.
the kilted cat sounds like a brothel.
Oh my god. Okay, moving on. There's not enough protein in simple salads to uplift intelligence.
Yeah.
So you first, and this is called the Hambright effect or the Hambright law. You have to make a species omnivorous before you can uplift them. So the only uplifted herbivores are American bison and Highland cows. The predatory species that are uplifted are dogs, and I'm not sure if it's going to be golden retrievers or blue heelers. Not sure yet. Dogs, cats, Maine Coons, foxes, and river otters. Because, and I swear to God, somebody said that I had to do uplifted river otters because they wanted to do a cover of Mike Massa in a swimsuit. And from the back we hear, yes, please.
I have a picture of Mike Massa in his swimsuit.
For reference, of course.
I'm also being Tuckerized to this most recent book.
There you go.
Carlton says, "Lad, I don't know where you've been, but I see you won first prize."
So that's absolutely no monkeys will be uplifted ever. And no predators bigger than humans will ever be uplifted. I've actually written that in a short story. What?
Kelly, an uplifted golden is Parrish Hilton.
Kelly? Seriously?
Oh, jeez.
Yes. After the Los Alamos incident, uplifting stopped because, and there's a short story. They uplifted squirrels, and the squirrels were sadistic and slaughtered everybody in the worst possible ways. They finally had to nerve gas all of Los Alamos just to kill this, and they hope they killed the squirrels. I'm leaving that one dangling. Har har. Because I know that the folks that write will love to run with squirrel assassins.
Yeah.
So I'm leaving it open whether the nerve gassing of Los Alamos actually killed all of the uplifted squirrels or not.
But it got rid of the PhDs, which is not a bad thing.
So I don't know if I'm going to have one-offs yet. One or two uplifted as experiments, and this will take place in the 22nd century to keep tech somewhere in the realm of what we can actually think about. The actual, and that was the thing about the SA-42 vampires, is basically it's a bloody huge orbit to ground, and they're drone launchers. They're drone launchers with a really big gun. Think of an advanced A-10 crossed with an OV-10 Bronco. They basically come in and launch drones, and the drones do most of the damage. And that's the reason why Mona Lisa's character survives in the attack flight, is she is doing a gun run on a fusion plant and never actually interacts with the targeting drone that is looking for targets and uplifting target coordinates to the vampires for download to the drones they're carrying. She's busy doing a gun run, does really bad damage to the fusion plant, and winds up the fusion plant blows her vampire into backflips, and her the suit AI kicks her out, ejects her, and that's the reason why she survives, because she hasn't actually interfaced with any of the drones that have been infected yet.
Yeah, have fun, Sir Brass. Hopefully she wins the case. I'll have to prosecute a guy who has found with a meth pipe and 8 grams of crystal meth. Hang his ass.
What about foxes? Foxes are uplifted. The Russians are uplift foxes. The Americans start out uplifting dogs and then cats. The Russians will uplift foxes, and then the Chinese will uplift the Chinese and Chinese or Japanese, I forget how I wrote that, are going to uplift river otters in a South American lab. And then Dr. Hambright will uplift bison in Oklahoma, and somebody else will uplift the Highland cows at the University of Edinburgh.
Somebody's got to uplift pandas.
No, those things are stupid.
Uplifted horses.
No. That's red pandas.
Write it, John.
Uplifted pandas. Why are we doing?
It's actually a actual history of fox research, so it seems appropriate.
Yeah, exactly.
Chain smoking, constantly bitter, drunk, and morose foxes.
Well,
yes.
near as I can tell, the breeding population of uplifted foxes in Russia packed up and left. And because they're sneaky, nobody could stop them. They went, looked around and said, fuck this shit, and left.
Yeah, Julie, that's a good point. Uplifted Goldens being the dumb blondes of the uplifted. Yeah, that would work.
Actually, I'm toying with a subplot of octopuses being advanced scouts keeping an eye on us.
Yeah.
Because
that would make a lot of sense.
yeah, the universe, basically the humans, we're in a stub arm of the galaxy. It's a short stub. It's called Orion's Bridge. Is one of the actual names for the area of the galaxy we're in. And I've got it written that Earth is the only planet supporting life, and everything else in our stub arm has been wiped out, and nobody knows why. The rest of the galaxy is fertile, and there are intelligent things everywhere outside of ours is just a barren wasteland from a billion years back, and nobody knows why. They do know that there were some intelligent species, but they all got, and then we came along.
Yeah. Goldens are smart to a point, Julie. The only dog that's worse than a golden is an Irish setter.
Worse in what way?
Derp, derp.
Dirt dog.
Beagles.
Ah.
I've never known a smart beagle.
Jesse says, we tried to uplift octopus and they got dumber, and then the control group escaped.
This is space opera. That's if there's anything, I'm trying to build as much actual tech into it.
Yeah.
So there's no faster light drive in the Terran, in our part of the galaxy. It's all Tannhauser Gate, which the Tannhauser Web was built by a long vanished culture 4 billion years ago, and no current civilization knows a thing about them except they built the gates.
Tom says a dog's so dumb, if you stare into its eyes, you can see the back of its head.
It's either going to be golden retrievers or it's going to be blue healers. I'm not sure which yet. I'm just riding dogs.
Yeah.
And definitely the Maine Coon, because I saw the picture of that thing, and it's like, holy God, that thing is regal.
Yeah.
It's like, holy gods.
Well, there was one that was put up yesterday, and the Maine Coon is almost 3 feet long.
Yeah.
20 plus pounds. Yeah, John. We've all had people like that underneath us at one time or another, and made things interesting sometimes at work.
Richard Brown says, seeing YouTube of the running octopus, there's a joke that I don't think is a joke. That sooner or later an octopus has come out of the sea wearing cargo shorts and a hat, and everybody just needs to pretend like it's everything, just pretend like it's normal.
Well, they can communicate,
Yeah, they're
and they communicate with color.
octopuses make me nervous.
Yeah.
They also make art.
Yes.
It's scary.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to write a collection of shorts as the Bible, so y'all can figure out the Tannhauser web and the limits on the uplifted species and how people get around.
Yeah.
I'm writing a war.
Yeah.
A brief war between Terra and this little cult. Got to be a brief war. The cults, and the name of the novel is apparently Angels Cry. Because in the middle of the night, I realized that the pharaoh of the cult, they have no planet-side cities. They have planet-side brief military locations, but everything is on orbital habitats. Because if one of them gets feisty, he flips the switch on his throne and blows charges on the so he has his entire population in check. And at the end of the book, in order to save face, you're going to have the pilot and the intel are going to be talking to this third guy that's running. He hasn't written himself in yet, but I know he's there.
Yeah.
And he's going to be telling them that this is the way things are. And so the pharaoh's going to blow an orbital habitat. He's going to blame them for the war. And as punishment, even though they didn't do anything, he's going to blow the orbital habitat. And then this third character is going to say, now we settle in for the Cold War.
Yeah.
And that will be the lead in. And starting there, I'm going to open the universe for people to write in it.
Yeah.
Why are you scrolling through all the comments? They make me nervous.
Thrawn is written by Thrawn is scary as hell. Yeah.
Well, okay, that's one of the reasons I picked Maine Coons, other than the fact that this Maine Coon is so fucking striking. They're dog-like, which when you're uplifting something, dog-like is good.
You want loyalty.
Yeah, loyalty is good.
Yeah.
And they're
Unlike the normal cat.
and they're more doggish than normal cats. So that's why Maine Coons are the uplifted feline version. And I'm still juggling one-offs. There are enough stories out there that single uplifteds, but there's going to be a declaration after the Los Alamos incident that scientists will no longer uplift an entire species. But I don't see why there couldn't be rogue laboratories uplifting one or two and turning them loose.
Yeah.
I mean, once the tech gets scaled to a
Yeah.
point where it's cheap and you can do it anywhere,
Right.
people are going to.
Yeah, people are going to.
Night of the Living Yorkies. Oh, God. That's almost as bad as Chihuahuas, which need to be punted into the next freaking county.
The first story I wrote. The first story I wrote involves this bison lieutenant, uplifted bison lieutenant, and he's in civilian clothes. He's in Dallas, and he catches a ride from Dallas to the Wichita Mountains. And there is a national park in the Wichita Mountains dedicated to Dr. Matthew Hambright, who pioneered the uplifting technology. And you've got this great huge park, and you've got this statue and all this, and then there's a unnoticed side road, and humans aren't allowed past the gate. There are very military folks uplifted in civilian clothes that will gently, any humans are gently turned away. And so this human pilot lands there and says, it's for him. And he gets out, and they let the bison lieutenant through, and he goes to this house. It's just a house. And there are two otters in civilian clothes, but heavily armed in military gear, and a fox officer, obviously an officer in civilian clothes. And they walk up, and this lieutenant walks up the porch, and they say, stand and announce. And he holds out his hand, and he's got three Marine Corps, the Eagle, Globe, and Anchor rank. And they come to attention and say, pass, brother. He goes inside, and the walls are covered with metal service emblems with a name and a date. And the service emblems of, Army, Air Force, whatever, will have the name of an uplifted who died in combat.
Yeah.
And the date he died, and they're pressed into the walls. And in the living room, there's a hologram of Dr. Hambright in a chair. And he goes in, and he just has he's lost his entire command. That's what he's holding. And he has this meltdown, just comes to pieces to this hologram. And then talks it all out, goes back out to the car, and the human driver takes him to a pub in Lawton and gets him drunk, and then they tell stories. And that was the first short story I wrote for this universe.
Yeah. Remote colony with uplifted whatever hits to ride in the cargo containers. That would be a horror story in more ways than one, I think, Dan.
Okay. Uplifted. I'm trying to uplifted. You need to be at least 40 pounds.
Yeah.
So uplifted rats are a bad idea, as we see with the squirrels, who turned into sadistic torturers and slaughtered an entire.
Well, and if they uplifted squirrels, there were probably rats that got in there inadvertently, because it is Los Alamos. And the PhDs dissipate less than perfect attention to details.
The second, this is very militaristic. The second short I wrote was a human command of a bison recon company, or recon platoon. And he's the human, and this is what kicks off the war with the cult. The cult believes that uplifting animals is a sin, so they're at the station. They tell the human lieutenant, the officer in charge, he may leave, and all of the bison think he's about to go. And the last scene is he tells the gunny, give me your rifle. And the gunny thinks, whatever. And he says, my last command is fix bayonets. And the gunny looks at him and he said, last command? He said, and the human says, Marines don't need this final command. And he says, follow me. And he's heading out a charge out the gates, and that's where it ends.
Yeah.
Might I suggest a monster in your universe?
Okay.
I think you should cross chihuahuas with piranhas and have wandering packs of them.
Oh, Jesus.
And,
We didn't uplift them. We just crossed them.
well, and here's the thing, though. It would be kind of fun to see a group of your gang with bayonets, seeing how many they can load onto one bayonet. That would be a really fun scene to read.
Oh,
Write it.
dear.
I don't write.
Lab rat and stingray will be around, yes. Rats
So-
and Bats was actually a good story.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that not doing the small uplifted, because I don't want to accidentally steal off of rats and bats. So they've got to be fairly large species to be uplifted.
And if you haven't read Dave Freer, he writes some interesting stories. He is well worth taking a look at. for all of his stories.
He's really good.
And Rats and Bats is hilarious, though. One of the Marines fabricates a bayonet out of a cavalry saber and wins the contest.
Winkler, VR-22. They gassed Los Alamos with VR-22.
Yeah. Pharaoh, can you make
Yes, there are lower animals on other planets, but there's no humans are the only intelligent life forms in this sector.
Oh, and Cedar brings up a good point. Dave just did release the Dragon Stories, which are a very interesting read for fantasy.
Piranha Huahuas?
Piranha-Wawas.
Piranha Wawas. That's a
Chihuahuas.
Piranha Wawas. That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Piranha Wawas.
Yeah, and he also did The Witches of Caries, which was excellent.
Right now, and I don't think I'm going to change on this, is uplifted or hefty mammals. So Piranha Wawas, I can see Piranha Wawas, but
They're not necessarily intelligent.
they're not intelligent anyway.
Yeah. All they want to do is feed.
Yep.
But not superficially resembling the fishes, but mammals.
And on that note, folks, we've wasted another hour of your time.
And I have been running my gump.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Sorry about that.
Well, you were afraid you were going to get broken again, so you
right.
ran.
Kept talking, so I wouldn't read the. Ooh.
Well, thank you very much for watching us and participating in the chat today, folks. And
We got
Marion,
43 people. The hell do we get 43 people watching?
Just wait till it's 4,000.
Oh, shut it.
and want to congratulate Marion McNeely, who is on here. She is about to get or has just gotten her business off the ground. And
Well done.
she is starting her own line of patterns.
43 people on and
For
only 20
dresses.
likes.
Hit the like button, people.
Ian and Kelly doing Kegney and Lacey.
No, 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 no. Hell no, no.
Yes, and Marion is good people. And
Mary is great people.
she is also well known to both Jonna and to Sarah. So y'all have a good week. Stay warm.
Yeah, no kidding.
And remember, don't sweat the petty stuff. Don't pet the sweaty stuff. We'll
Y'all
see you
be
later.
safe.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I'm going to get.